Rising Scholars Network is a network of programs throughout the state of California that support the reentry for formerly incarcerated students. A lot of students have different types of trauma from their past, and then some are going through trauma in the present, and others are dealing with different situations that are very difficult and non-conducive to being a student. Just because you made some mistakes in the past, it's not over. You can at any time make a decision to choose a different path, different direction for your life, and that it's all up to you on what you want to do. You should come to community college if you're interested in relaunching your life, or if you're interested in making new contacts and networks like I did, or if you're interested in learning things that you never had a clue about like I did. It takes a level of perseverance, but once you dig down deep, and you'll find perseverance that you didn't even know you had.
I have the privilege and the honor of serving students that have been incarcerated. I've been locked up, I'm in recovery, I dropped out of school 3 times. When I came to a community college, it was the first time I ever encountered somebody that was teaching that cared. Right? And I'm in a PhD program, all because I went to a community college. When you come to the Rising Scholars Program, it's our job to uplift you, to provide possibilities. The requirements for participating in the Rising Scholars Program vary from college to college, but on the ground level is being formerly incarcerated. So coming to a community college could help you either acquire another associate's degree or kind of touch upon any requirements that wherever you want to transfer to will help you get.
Community college is a place where you can get an AA degree, a certificate in career technical education. I walk you through each and every step, and then as you go through school, I help you get your books, I help you get transportation to school, help them see a counselor, help them get enrolled in class, help them learn the systems, navigate a computer, learning how to show up somewhere on time, soft skills like learning how to send an email, how to communicate with your professor or other students. And then we help you get on to whatever you want to do, whether that's graduation, certificate, degree, or transfer.
I'm here to make sure that you have all the resources that you need. We're going to support you. That's the beauty of it, right? Because we're here to accept everyone. The students begin to see that this institution accepts them. I think that's the most important thing that a Rising Scholars Program can do. I believe the community college is the gateway to greatness. So what is it you want to do?
One thing I like about California community colleges is that there's so many different pathways that you could take. Anything you could think of just about, there's a California community college program for it.
My name is Princess Sedona, and I'm currently enrolled in the Automotive Technology program. I chose this particular program because I wanted to challenge myself and to learn further theory and skill of a career that I really wanted to go forth and pursue. When I finish my coursework, I would like to jump into the field of automotive technician.
There's actually a lot of jobs you can get as an automotive tech. You can work in dealerships, mom and pop shops, factories. There's a lot of options, a lot of different things you can pursue, in this field. In the automotive program, there's a lot of theories. So definitely be a hands-on person, be able to think outside the box, and definitely bring your thinking hat if you're going to come to this program, because there's a lot of different concepts and broad wealth of knowledge to information to learn.
This field's a good fit for me because I love working with my hands and I love problem solving. I also like the fact that I can go anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, and there will be a job for me. If I could fix one car, I could fix another car. I just have to translate it over, and I can go anywhere I'd like, anywhere I want to live. I can go and I can find a job and I can support my family.
So a lot of what we're trying to create is a person who would be the end-all be-all for a company. So if the company wants to do a bunch of multimedia stuff, they want some videos for their websites, they want some graphics, you know, the people coming out of our department typically will have those skills. I'm not just going to teach you video editing if you're in a video editing class. I want you to know how to run some cameras. I want you to know how to deal with motion graphics and compositing and putting all those things together. So really we're trying to create a very well-rounded, ready for industry individual. And a lot of that is because that's what our advisory committees are often asking for. I mean, we try and direct what we teach and how we mold the program to fit the needs of the industry.
So when you first come into the program, it starts from a very basic level. So you don't necessarily have to have the skills, you just have to have a passion, and then the professors will kind of do the rest. You know, you'll be introduced to a lot of different equipment right away. So you kind of find what you're looking for and what the best thing is for you. And then you hone your skills based off that.
The best part about this program is just the hands-on aspect of it. You get real-world experience here, and you get a chance to see where you want to be. And being here in the graphics communications department has changed my life quite a bit. It's given me a chance to do the things that I want to do with my media. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different personality. So it gives you an opportunity to explore that. You know, everything that I'm doing right now is what I'm going to be doing after I graduate, because I'm actually in the field. I'm working with cameras. I'm working with editing software. I'm making music. I'm flying drones. I'm learning everything, and I'm applying at the same time. I chose community college because of its accessibility and its flexibility with my schedule. And I think that as a young individual in the world today, it's fast-paced, so you have to catch up. So community college gives you a chance to catch up to those that are in four-year universities without all the hustle and bustle, and it does give you a nice time to be around those who are motivated just like you.
I kid with my students a lot because my degree was in animal science, and I kid that animal science works very well in the construction industry. But really, if you can do schedule and budget, then you have the opportunity to be a construction manager. And we all do that with our checkbook on a daily basis. The only thing that changes in construction is instead of dealing with hundreds, we're dealing with hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. This industry right now, you know, it's not just about building things. Our students have the ability to be project managers in every facet of the industry.
I'm learning how to do estimating, plan reading, construction scheduling, negotiating, all sorts of things. I chose this career path and this program because it's something that I like to do. It involves a little bit of in the office, a little in the field, and I didn't want to be stuck on one side or the other.
The jobs that we're hoping that our students will be able to excel at are management jobs, being able to interface with architects, contractors, working for general contractors as project managers, or even just working for subcontractors.
Just by coming to the classes or being enrolled, it's a possibility that you might walk out with a job before you're even done with your degree.
I really believe that community college offers the opportunity for a close-knit community, and the relationships that you can build at a community college, I feel, are not the same as you would at a university. I work with a lot of students on a personal basis, and I really feel that it just becomes a big family.
Community college students graduate with opportunities at every level of restaurant management and culinary. Most of them, if they choose to go into culinary, are going to become line cooks in restaurants. It's an entry-level position, to be honest. But what a community college education does is it gives them the opportunity to fast track, to get to that next level, that management, that sous chef, faster than if they were to try and work themselves through the ranks.
A lot of my friends want to go on to be executive chefs at high-end restaurants. Some of them just want to get out in the culinary field and see how far they can go, working in kitchens or, you know, fine dining. I am aspiring to be a personal chef, where I go to families or I cater events that, you know, customers will call to ask me to specifically be a chef for.
The classes that you would take at a community college in order to become a chef or a line cook are going to range from very basic introductory cooking, how to hold a knife, how to grill, how to roast, how to saute, to introductory baking and pastry, and more advanced classes as you're making pastas and making your stocks and learning how to cook for a restaurant. Additionally, they're going to learn the management side because this is a business. They're going to learn some marketing. They're going to learn purchasing and other aspects of actual running a business.
This program is so great. They teach you from beginning to end. You don't really have to come in here and know how to slice and know how to cook. You don't even necessarily have to know how to boil water. The only thing I think you need is a desire to learn.
What's very important for graduates who go into this industry is having a good attitude. And if you put the effort in with a good attitude and some basic knife skills, you can be successful.
I knew I loved to cook, but I didn't know I really enjoyed it that much. I didn't know it could be so fun. I come here every day and I'm almost upset when it's time to go home. Seriously, I love to be here. I wouldn't change it for the world.
To get into this field, you just have to be passionate about it. You know, you have to be passionate about it. You have to love what you do or love what you want to do. If you enjoy wires and learning how to control things and learn to produce your own brand new innovative products, oh man, you will love the program.
If I was talking to somebody about this program, I would just tell them just do it because it just opens up many doors for you. It can be tedious, learning, because there's a lot of stuff you have to go over. I say a small mechanical background is good because there's a lot of hands-on. Very knowledgeable in electronics. You have to learn from your AC to your DC so you can understand power. I can pretty much go anywhere to get a job. It's such a broad field right now that I'm having a hard time trying to pick where I want, but I have had job offers. I'm hopefully looking at getting a job in automation. As far as I can do factories, maybe power plants, maybe automotive.
I wish I would have enrolled sooner because I feel that the success that I'm gaining now, I could have gained it maybe 10 years ago. Just on the basis for where I can afford to go to school and try to gain some knowledge, I chose community college. And it actually worked out better for me than any other thing I ever chose in my life. It's magic to me, you know, it's magical. I mean, you can do anything you want, anything. I can create anything I want. I mean, what's better than creating something and defining yourself?
Well, this program really allows you to do a whole facet of things. It really opens up the spectrum and makes a lot of things available, from turning to CNC, lathe work, to just manual mill. You could be die builder, production run, anything you really want. The availability for jobs in this skill set is growing more and more by the day. So, I mean, pretty much anything you want to do and anywhere you want to go, it's open for you. Some of the skills that you'll learn here is CNC machining, using manual machines, problem solving. This program definitely does set you up to have the skill set required to go into the field knowing and able to complete a task when you show up on day one.
Almost every day I feel like I'm learning something new, and I don't see that stopping anytime soon. Now that I've taken the program, I feel like I can make just about anything. It doesn't really matter what the industry is. I feel like I could be a valuable asset to companies in providing parts that they need. One of the things I like about the program here is that they have billboards where there's jobs posted almost weekly. So it's great taking this program and knowing that there's going to be a job waiting for you when you're finished.
Yes, there's definitely a lot of jobs available. I mean, you pretty much have the pick in this industry. You can choose to go wherever you want. If you want to do high production manufacturing, you can go and do it. If you want to do one-off parts, you can go do that too. Community college was a good fit for me because of location, number one, but also because the atmosphere was very friendly. I didn't really know going into it if I really wanted to, so just taking a class to start allowed me to get my feet wet and decide if I wanted to jump all the way in.
What makes me really excited about the entrepreneurship program is that it doesn't discriminate. There are no glass ceilings in entrepreneurship. It treats everyone equally. If you've got a great idea, if you've got a great business opportunity, and you are able to execute successfully, then the sky's the limit. Entrepreneurship is more than just simply coming up with a new product. It's also being creative in the way you get things done. As such, I encourage everyone, regardless of the field that they're studying or that they see themselves getting into, to obtain as much knowledge as you can relative to entrepreneurship.
For me, going into the program, I was very unfamiliar with it. So as I progressed into the program, I've actually learned how to communicate with others, working in a group, working with others. That's what I've learned and I've picked up, and I'm really glad that I have, because especially when I want to open up my own place, I need to do that.
So the type of jobs that are available to a student who's completed this program include the creation of their own business, where they're not just getting a job, but they're creating jobs. But then there's also another element associated with this program that's really important and oftentimes overlooked, and that is large companies, well-established companies, are looking for individuals that have an entrepreneurial type of perspective. Innovation, creativity, all these things come into play, and they're qualities that all employers want.
The solar industry is one of the fastest growing industries in the country. It's amazing. You drive around the neighborhoods and you tend to see solar going up all over the place. Students in our energy technology program can move out, and there's just a numerous amount of opportunities for them. Most of the solar companies in the area are interested in our students. In fact, they tend to line up and come and visit the classroom and put the word out, and they do want to hire our students, which is really exciting.
I applied for a tech support position for solar inverters, and I applied over the weekend, and I got a call today and had a phone interview. I didn't have the basic principles of construction down. Like, I didn't know how to read a tape measure, or I didn't know all the tools, and I had to learn those along the way.
In the community college system here, students can get their education really and a complete degree. Not to mention the caliber of instructors that we have. They're helping our students apply practical knowledge. We do a lot of lab activities. They're able to work with their hands, and that brings a better understanding of the material that we're teaching them in class. There's nothing that excites me more than having our students excel and then go out into the working world. And we try to keep in touch with the students, and they come back and say, hey, I'm working for XYZ company now, and it's just great to hear that. I mean, that's so rewarding for me to be involved in that type of a process for our students.
Because we're the California Community College system, like other community college systems, we take the top 100% of all students who come to us wanting to enroll. Whatever learning has taken place outside of a college brick and mortar context ought to have some viability when you come into a college context and you want to use that learning and have it apply to what you want to study next.
There are many industry-recognized credentials and certificates that students could earn and bring with them into a degree program and help jumpstart them to completion of that degree.
Credit for prior learning is an attempt to provide students with credits at a college campus for learning that they've achieved through means other than a traditional classroom.
By allowing students to bring in their industry-recognized certifications, which are in many, many different fields, this will help students to get a leg up in terms of degree completion.
I think many of our faculty and our staff and everyone who engages and works at community colleges for a reason, because we are wedded and interested in that access. We really do care that students have a place to go and move on to achieve their goals. That's what education is all about, is bringing that out and seeing it and awarding it and fostering it and allowing individuals to maximize and live into their destiny. Education is about nothing if it's not about hope.
It's important to start planning now before you're released, because then you have a direction. You know, oftentimes when students tell me, you know, that they don't know where they want to go, I ask them, well, what do you want to do? Right, like, what's your dream? And then they're like, well, why? And I'm like, well, because if we know what your dream is and what you want to study, then at least we know where we're going.
It begins with CCC Apply. It's the application for the California Community College system. If you want to apply to any college in California, you have to go through CCC Apply first. So I help them with that. I help them with the financial aid. FAFSA is basically financial aid. I would encourage you, if you don't have your GED, get your GED. Because if you don't have your GED, it's going to mess with your financial aid.
There's more funding available now for students than ever before. The other thing that community colleges provide is they're regionally accredited. So I think that's why if you're coming home and you're looking to go to a community college.
The only requirement for membership is that you be formerly incarcerated and want to go to school. If you've taken college programs on the inside, I would encourage you to get your transcripts together. If you get official transcripts, do not open them, because once you open them, they become unofficial. You're going to need those transcripts to help do this thing called matriculation, where the college campus you go into accepts the college classes that you've already taken, so you don't have to take them again. It's important to start planning now, because there's a lot of steps that you're going to have to take, and you want to decrease the amount of steps that you have to take once you're out, and make it a seamless process from getting out, getting into college, and getting into your classes.
I thought all I could be was a drug and alcohol counselor because of my gun cases or my drug cases, and because I had been incarcerated and I couldn't even get a job, thinking, what am I really going to do? Because no one's going to hire me. And I think as I've got educated, I've got the ability to defend myself in these spaces.
We have a relationship with our county public defender's office. We clean records. We have a partnership with another program that helps people get jobs. We set you up with another program that helps with financial credit coaching and counseling. It's a good place to network and find out what your options are. It's a good springboard to other opportunities.
When I talk to the Dean of Career Education at the college that I work at, he tells me about all the business owners that college has produced that come back to recruit at that college because they know the education the student is getting. But now, because an employer knows the education you're getting, you're also getting a chance to get into the career straight out. That's what you get when you're coming to a community college and you're doing career education, is you're getting connections, but you're getting a great education.
I decided to go back to school, and initially it was to be a business owner. I figured if nobody hires me, maybe I could hire myself. Brought me from being a construction worker to being an office worker, which I do now. And once I got to UC Berkeley, I got involved with the Underground Scholars, and I went from just being a person that wanted to get a business to a person with a mission in reentry. And I didn't see that coming. So it kind of shows you that once you get into community college, all kind of other opportunities open up, and you never know where you're going to go.
When there's a college that has a Rising Scholars program, right, and you're someone that's been incarcerated, or you're someone that came from the hood, or you're someone, right, that possesses identities that we don't talk about in higher education. What happened back then is something you'll carry with you, but where you go from here is something that will mold you. And to be in a PhD program, all because I went to a community college, right? All because they taught me what I needed to learn, you know, all because they believed in what I could accomplish. And I think that's my story, right? That's why I believe in them. I want you to know that when you come home, we got you. We're here for you. Whatever your dreams are, our goals are to help you get those.
So if you want to go to school, find your local community college and sign up.